Well, good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? We got about a minute here and we'll get started. Welcome to our social media class for beginners, Facebook and YouTube marketing for beginners. We are recording today's webinar, so everyone attending will get a copy of today's webinar. So we are going to go over a lot of very basic things and very basic things to help get you started if you haven't started social media marketing yet, but are interested. Obviously, with the stay-at-home order in place, social media marketing is bigger than ever to make sure that you're doing photos, videos, all that other fun stuff. So we'll get started here. I know we've got about 34 people registered. I've got about 9 in attendance. I will wait a minute and then we will kickstart it. Do I have anybody with any questions at the moment? No questions? Well, that's a good sign so far. Hopefully. Give it another minute or two, get people to clock in. Here we go. We got a few more people coming in here, so we'll get started here in just a second. Okay. All right. Well, welcome everybody to social media marketing, social media for beginners here today. I just want to welcome everybody here to this class. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Anthony. I work with the Orange County Association of Realtors. I've been here now for a little over 17 years, started off in the MLS department. So I know guaranteed I'll speak to everybody regarding rules, regulations, violations, all that fun stuff. What I'm also involved with is our outreach program. Our outreach program is designed to give you training on all your tools and products. So not only do I teach in-house classes, but I also train at the at the boards, or I'm sorry, at the offices, at the broker offices. With the stay-at-home order in place, as we're all probably used to, we're on what, day 785 of staying at home. We are now turning all of our classes into webinar style classes for you to attend. So we just want to make sure that we give you the best education as possible. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to go over two things. We're going to go over Facebook as well as YouTube, the big two platforms when it comes to social media to be able to begin to market to those audiences. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go through our slide deck a little bit. I'm going to pop back and forth between the slide deck and the internet just to show you how things should be set up to get you started to begin your social media marketing. Now, if you're here for this afternoon's class, which will be great, we're going to go over the game plan, strategies, things to post, how often to post, so your schedule, everything, because your entire life is all about the schedule, right? If you're not at home, you're out showing property. If you're out showing property, how can you ever plan to do a video or post to social media? So we're going to go over some typical strategies to try to start to implement to begin to make your social media marketing more successful. Okay, so with that said, let's just go over some quick facts. By the way, are there any questions before we get started? And I know we have a lot of material to go over today. As I had mentioned earlier, we are recording today's webinar, so if we do go over something too quickly, don't worry. We will, you will be getting a copy of this. But by all means, please ask a question. I will periodically ask, are there any questions? But if I do touch on something and you're just not sure exactly what I meant by something, then please feel free to ask. I will always read back your question to the entire audience, because if you have the question, guaranteed there are 2 or 3 of you that have the exact same question. Okay. So I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Okay. All right. So are there any questions before we dive into everything? I want to turn off my camera here. There we go. All right. So some quick facts here about Facebook, starting off with Facebook. Why Facebook? Well, Facebook is technically the largest social media network in the entire world. As of 2019, it had more than 2 billion active users on Facebook every month. Now, when you think about 2 billion people, that's a lot, right? And if we were to turn Facebook into a country today, it'd actually be the largest country in the entire world over and above China. China has like, I think 1.4 or 1.5 billion people. Now, crazy enough, 79% of Americans log in to Facebook every day. 93% of consumers go online before they list or buy a property. That's a fact from NAR last year. Funny enough, out of those 93% of consumers, 62% of the millennials, today's clients, said that they found an agent on their social media platform and actually went with that agent. And when asked why, it's because they felt they actually got to know the agent personally. Funny enough, today, millennials feel that they can build relationships through the internet because people are going to be a little bit more truthful about themselves on the internet. So this is how they find those common grounds, common interests. And, and it's not just millennials, it's the baby boomers and the Gen Xers and whoever else generation wise. This is why social media is so popular today. Not only can we connect with people across the world in, personally, but this is how businesses connect across the world. 2 billion people belong to Facebook. Okay. So we need to have some sort of social media presence. If you don't have one now, hopefully after today, you will. If you do have one now, hopefully this will help enhance you. Okay. Now, real quickly, some more facts about Facebook. 91% of realtors use social media in some sense. So good job, realtors. You actually have some sort of social media presence. Crazy enough, your Facebook ads, if you have a Facebook business page and you create an ad, it actually ranks number 7 with an average click-through rate of less than 1%. The highest rated ad is a car ad or car auto ad at 1.2% or 1.02%. So your ads aren't really that far behind a car advertisement. Okay. So it's really, you're in the top 10 of the top ads for people to find information on real estate. Now, what makes ads so successful on Facebook is the cost. An average click or cost per click, meaning every time somebody clicks on the ad, it costs you about $1.81 each time that ad's clicked on. So think about this. If you're marketing, say to a neighborhood, and you don't use social media, but you're using postcards, how much money are you spending on mailing postcards to, say, 500 homes in a tract? Probably what? Anywhere from 1,000 to 2,500, depending on how often you send out that postcard. That's more money spent than a Facebook ad, probably by 700-800%. 62% of marketers say that Facebook is the most important of all the social media platforms. And then 57% of Facebook consumers say that social media actually influence their shopping in some fashion. So social media or Facebook today really has a lot of influence over a lot of people, right? People want to connect with people that they find things in common with. If you happen to sell real estate, this is where that key comes in, that if they build a relationship with you or you can build a relationship with them, it's very easy for you to actually gain somebody's business. Okay. Now, some mind-blowing facts about YouTube, real quickly. People, 1.9 billion people use YouTube. So let's see. At Facebook at 2 billion and YouTube at 1.9 billion, right there, These are the top 2 social media platforms right now. People love watching videos, that are done. People go on onto YouTube every day. 30 million people visit YouTube each and every day. It's actually the second largest search engine in the entire world compared to Google search. Funny enough, Google owns YouTube. So Google owns the number 1 and number 2 search engine in the world and owns number 2 social media platform in the world. So if Facebook's number 1 in social media, YouTube is number 2, Google is number 1 for searches, as well as YouTube is number 2 in searches, why not be a part of that? Now, when it comes to video, 5 billion videos are watched each and every day by 30 million people. 400 hours or more than 400 hours of video are uploaded every minute of every day. So if you think about that, that's a lot of video. 3.25 billion hours of videos are watched on YouTube each and every month. More than 10,000 videos have actually generated over 1 billion views. Now, funny enough, a lot of those are probably like the cute animal videos and things like that we all kind of get sucked up into. 68% of YouTube users actually watched a video. Said that it helped them make a purchase decision. 80% of those YouTube users who watched the videos said that it helped them make a purchase decision, or that helped them make a purchase decision, said that they watched the video at the beginning of their shopping process. So what does that mean? So out of 68% of those consumers that said video helped them make that purchase decision, 80% of those 70% people started watching video right out of the gate. They found a property or they wanted to look for a property. They went right and did a Google search, or they went into YouTube and saw or tried to find properties that actually had videos about the home. So agents, you guys need to start doing videos about your properties. I don't care if it's a 3D tour. I don't care if it's a a drone tour of the home or a slideshow property or a slideshow video. You should be doing videos, okay? If people are watching video and wanting to watch video on properties, you need to be able to meet that demand. Now, crazy enough, prior to March, less than, or I would say, only out of all of our listings in the MLS, I would say roughly about 15% of those listings in the MLS database actually had virtual tours on them or videos. So if 80% of consumers are looking for videos about properties to help them make a purchase decision, but less than 15 or more than 80% of the listings in the MLS don't have a video, how will you ever expect to sell the home for top dollar? So this is where we need to really start bringing up these tools to be able to, or doing these tools to be able to meet this demand. Okay. Now, funny enough, demographically, 6 out of 10 people prefer actually watching video versus TV. So based on cost, especially today, who has $150 to spend on cable today versus $70 just for cable or internet in my house, and I can stream whatever I want, right? I can go to YouTube, and all the videos or a majority of videos on YouTube are all free. In an average month, 8 out of 10 18 to 49-year-olds prefer watching YouTube over TV. Today, 50% are male, 50% are female. So really everybody, doesn't matter one over the other. They predict by 2025, half the viewers on YouTube under the age of 32 will no longer subscribe to a paid TV service because everything can be streamed, right? Cost-wise, cost effectiveness, who has, $3,600 a year to pay for DirecTV versus, what is it, $70 or $70 for your internet in a lot of cases per month. You're saving yourself more than half. So, and $3,600 for cable is a lot of money, especially today. Okay. Mobile devices, more than 70% of YouTube views actually come from a mobile device. More than 40 minutes are spent in an average session. A session is when you actually turn on your phone device. So say you're waiting in line at the grocery store. Now, people, and you see people actually going on their phones, they're probably watching a video. And funny enough, YouTube generates twice as much revenue from all the YouTube ads now. So one of the things that really has disappointed me with YouTube is that now you've got commercials that play during the videos, and that's because they're getting money for it now. So there's a chance for you to be able to pay for advertisement through YouTube. Okay. Oh, we have a quick question here. Is there a recording email after this webinar? Yes, C Chen. There is. This webinar is being recorded. Real quickly here. Ways to market on Facebook. You've got 3 major tools that anyone can use in Facebook. The first is the Facebook business page. It's very similar to your personal profile, but it's meant for your business. Users actually will like your page, which sends them automatic updates anytime you push something to your news feed, and we'll talk about that a little bit easier. The ads, you could do Facebook targeted ads. This is your targeted advertising platform. You create the targeted ad at specific geographic areas, ages, education levels, interests, all this, etc. This can get a little expensive depending on your goal, or it can be inexpensive depending on what you need. So you got that. And of course, you can create discussion groups. So think of a discussion group as a party. You develop a group, you invite a few people to that group, and now you have a common interest to have discussions around. So you are going to be the center of attention. Now, you don't have to start every conversation. Invite people to groups and let the group itself interchange ideas, talking points, this, that, and the other. And it doesn't have to be just real estate related. Okay. Remember, we're making connections and we're building connections. If I know 2 or 3 people along with myself that have a common interest, invite them into a group to be able to exchange out ideas, right? And build friendships. Because the more you build your relationships or friendships, the more likely you're going to be able to do business with these people, because they're going to do business with people that they trust and know. So out of these 3 tools, 2 of these tools, the pages and the groups, are absolutely free. So the only thing you would need to have to pay for are the ads, if you choose to do ads. So 2 out of the 3 items on Facebook are absolutely free to you to be able to build your business. Okay. So how to use YouTube for your marketing? Well, with YouTube, you're going to create an image of authority based on your videos. Your videos are going to contain your business ideas and views. You're going to provide that aura of expertise and authority, right? You're going to have your business tips, your strategies to get people's attention, right? However you need to talk to them, that's what you're going to talk about based on your expertise. And as viewers see your videos, they'll start to recognize you as a trustworthy source. Now, real quickly, Rochelle asks, could we please receive a recording of this presentation? You will get a copy of this presentation, Rochelle. We are recording today's video. So you will get a copy of this. And if you want, I can also send you a copy of this presentation as well. Email you the PDF document. Let's see here. We're also going to build credibility and trust. You got to entice people with more than just a sales pitch in your videos. One thing that really turns people off is just the sales pitch, right? We've all walked into that store, right? Whether it's a clothing store or a hardware store or wherever, and somebody comes up to us, right? A sales rep. They always ask, hey, what can I do to help you? What are you looking for? Right? What do we all say? We all say the same thing. No, thanks. I'm just looking. I'm just browsing. And then they leave you alone. And then you end up working with another rep, right? Because they're just there in the store. When people are just being pitched to, it just turns them off. We have to think about video a little bit differently. Yes, we can have the sales pitch videos. There's nothing wrong with them, but we've got to think about other things to talk about, right? You got to be able to build that rapport and create that trust, right? You got to give them a reason to evaluate your services, right? How you do this is by showing customer engagement. So have videos like your client testimonials. If any of you today are closing escrow on a home where you're going to deliver keys, ask your client, if you don't mind, would you mind speaking 30 seconds on my camera and tell me what you honestly thought about my services, good or bad? Hopefully they'll say more good than bad, but hopefully they'll say all the unique things that you did. Now, what's nice about a video is that it's not just me writing down or somebody just reading what it is that somebody said about my services, right? Because one of the hardest things, and we all discovered this through text messages, it's hard to understand emotion through reading, right? We all look at certain words and phrases differently, right? If somebody says you did a great job, period, what's the emotion behind that? You just did a great job. But if you saw them on camera and saw that excitement on their face and they said, Tony did a really great job in helping me buy my very first home, that's going to have so much more impact because it's not me saying that they said this. It's them themselves. And it's not, and I'm putting it out for the world to see it. So it's other people seeing that my clients are satisfied and maybe saying certain things that I did uniquely to help them get their escrows closed. So a video testimonial will have such a huge impact in your marketing. Okay. Now, by the way, other things like community videos, and we'll talk about this in the game plan strategy. Community videos are great because it shows that you know the community that you're marketing in, right? So you're going to talk about things that are happening in the community. What events? What's the benefit of living in the city that you're marketing? What's nice about it? Why would somebody want to live in that city or in that area or in that neighborhood, right? Do a quick 2-minute video. This is going to be way more engaging than the other forms of media, like pictures or, better yet, the written postcards. Okay. People love enjoying watching videos. We just showed you those slides. 30 million people going on YouTube every day just to watch 400 hours of video. That's crazy. We are taking our computers and making that the new babysitter for us, right? People watch videos all the time. So we need to be able to engage with these types of clients today. Okay. All right. So real quickly, let's set up your Facebook business page. And I'm sorry, my phone's going off here. I apologize for that. So this is where I'm going to leave the presentation real quickly. We're going to create a Facebook business page. So if you don't have a Facebook business page right now, we need to create one and set one up appropriately. Okay. So real easy. We're going to follow some easy steps here. Now, I know a lot of people probably go, well, I don't want my Facebook linked with my personal page. Well, you can do that. That's fine. But I think you're going to lose out on a lot of opportunities. Okay. You definitely want to have a personal page with a linked business page to it because you want to give yourself the opportunity to build a relationship with that potential client. Okay. It's one thing to get people to like your page as a business, but then how do you build that trust and relationship? You have to invite them to be friends. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into my Facebook. We're going to be on our Facebook business page. Okay. Or I'm sorry, our Facebook personal page. Okay. To create a business page, very easy. We're going to come over towards the top middle and we're going to click on the create button here at the top. When we click on the create button, we're going to get several items that we can create in Facebook. The very top choice is called a page. When we click on create a page, are we creating a business or a brand, or are we creating a public or community page? Well, we're going to create a business page. So now we're going to click get started. Now we're going to name the page. Now naming the page is going to be vital because naming the page will always reference the business page name on every post. Now, this is where we need to be in compliance with our DRE regulations. If you're not familiar with the DRE regulations, for first point of contact, just simply go to the web and go to dre.ca.gov. From here, you're going to do a search on the DRE's website for first point contact. From here, you're going to look at the license disclosure requirements for advertising. Okay. Now, if I can zoom in here just to show you, we're going to scroll down and we've got print ads, related government lands, but now we've got a section here, or two sections here, that we want to look at. And that is the first point of contact solicitation materials and the contact salesperson owned DBA. Or, I'm sorry, they switched it. The contain a team name. Okay. Reason why I want to point this out is that some of you may actually have a team. Okay. Next to this, we'll talk about what's required. So, for all business cards, stationery, flyers, television ads, print ads, newspapers, electronic media ads like internet, radio, cinema, brochures, leaflets, social media is included in all of this. You've got to have the licensee's name and the broker's name on that ad or on that business page or in the post. You definitely have to have your DRE license number indicating your license number at the DRE. And of course, you're going to include, all this. Okay. So you want to look at all this. And I'm just going to blank all this out so it's easy for everybody to read. So under the first point of contact, you're going to basically follow all the procedures here of the requirements. Okay. So now, setting up your business page name is vital. Okay. So back at the Facebook business page, you got to have your business page name. So most of us attending today probably do not have a team because a team requires more than one agent. Okay. And a lot of times, if I'm not the team lead, but I still want to create my own business page, this is what we're going to do. You're going to put in your name. Okay. What's on your DRE license? Your formal name. Okay. Now, some of you may have a nickname. If you do, that's okay too. Maybe put in your part of your formal name, follow it with a parenthesis sign, or enclose it within parentheses, and then put in your legal last name. Then you're going to follow it up with a comma. Now we're going to indicate that we're a real estate agent, right? Specifically, if I'm a realtor. Then I'm going to put in my DRE license number. Okay. This is what my business page name is going to look like. I have at least met two of my major requirements of my 3 per DRE. Got to have my name or my legal name plus my DRE license. So when I go to post something on my wall, this is always referenced in every post. Okay. From here, you're going to select the category. Real estate agent, real estate company, whatever. Maybe put in your zip code. And by the way, don't put in your personal your address. Last thing you want is people driving by your house trying to get business, right? If you're an agent of a brokerage, put in your brokerage address. Okay? And then put in your cell number if you choose. From there, when you hit continue, I'm going to take you to my business page. We've got a couple of things here before we publish our website, or I should say publish our business page. Okay. So far, are there any questions on creating the page? We're going to name the page our formal name, followed up with indicating that we're either a real estate agent or a realtor, along with our DRE license number. Okay. That way, anytime we post something to our wall, the header of every post at least begins with our business page. Now, to follow up on the rest of the regulations for the DRE is that anytime I write a post to my wall, I need to indicate my real estate company. Okay. So if I say work at Jack and Jill Real Estate, and on the DRE, they are known as Jack and Jill Real Estate. We're going to type that in for every post, follow it up with a dash, and then begin to write your post. Okay. So that way, when we post something to our wall, we've got our legal name with our DRE license number and our company's legal DBA on every post. So technically, we will meet all of our first point of contact information on every post. Okay. Everybody understand that? Or any questions on that? Okay. So now here at the business page, we got a couple of things that we need to do first or to set up. Okay. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to come over here towards the left-hand side. We're going to put in our profile picture. Click on the plus sign and upload a profile picture of yourself. Okay. So that way, when people come to my business page, they get to see me. Now make sure that you have an updated photo. Okay. Don't be like some of the seasoned agents that I know that still use their photos from 20, 30 years ago, right? We all go through changes. People see us how we look today. So make sure that you have a profile picture of yourself. Next, you're going to have your cover image. Now, I know a lot of people like to put up property or homes or anything like that. Be super careful. If the property is not currently under contract with you, you shouldn't be using their image. Now, one thing that I would recommend, and you'll notice how I have it here. You definitely want, this would be a great opportunity to maybe scan your business card, because your scanned business card will actually cover first point of contact. Maybe we have the company logo, we have the company formal name on our business card, we have our contact information on our business card. Whoops. Okay. So the image that we want to upload as our cover photo should be something like our business card. Something that's easily identifiable by a consumer finding us, say, on social media. And when they click on our business page, they immediately identify us with being a real estate agent at a particular company and can look at all of our identifiers. So here I've got my company logo, maybe I've got my company name somewhere on the cover image, and of course I've got my phone number, email address, and my DRE license number. Okay. So they haven't looked at any of my posts yet because they haven't liked my business page, but they can see immediately from the cover image that I am a real estate agent with a particular company with all my first point of contact as well. So this cover image should be for all of my social media. Now, in this case, I've got my own logo, things like that for my quote unquote team. So maybe I use an image editor to merge my business card with my personal logo. Or maybe I work with a graphic designer to get that done for me. Okay. The next thing that you're going to do after you do this, off to the left, come down below, click on the About. Under the About section, we're going to fill in some information. Down below under the General, this is where we can edit our business page name. With Facebook, you're allowed to edit your business page name twice. That's why it's key to make sure that we name the business name correctly the very first time, because the last thing you want to do is have to edit it. This is also another reason why I don't put my company name, unless I'm the broker of the company. That's why I don't put what brokerage I work for in my business page name, because what happens if I leave that brokerage and go to another brokerage? If I can only change this name twice, what happens if I run out of those 2 times? Now I've got to delete this page and recreate a brand new one where I have to re-invite everybody. So all my hard work that I've done on this business page to make it successful is now lost. So this is why I want you to name it the way I want you to name it, right? You're not going to necessarily change your name. You're obviously not going to change your DRE license number, and hopefully, knock on wood, you're not going to change your status as a realtor. Okay? So that's why we put all that information in the business name. Not to mention that's really easy for the system to identify us as a unique business page, because no one's going to have my exact same license number, and obviously they're not going to hopefully have my exact name. Okay? Next, under your contact information, put in your cell number, your email address. If you have your own personal website, input that in. Down below, under the About section, fill in a profile. Now, you'll notice here, and this is where we need to make ourselves stand out uniquely. How many of you have filled out about profile sections before? And let me ask, have you all ever used this? Hi, my name's Anthony. I love selling and buying real estate for my clients. I think that I know that I work up and down all of California, but I specialize in Los Angeles, LA County, or I'm sorry, LA County, Orange County, San Bernardino County. If you really want to work, or I love working with first-time home buyers and sellers, that's my specialty. So if you're looking to buy a home in any of these areas, I'm the person that you should come and see. Anybody have a profile that's something like that? And that's okay. You can raise your hand. I won't judge you. And nobody here will judge you, because I will say that 85% of you will have that same exact profile. When it comes to these types of things, social media, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, whether it's YouTube, or even LinkedIn, I want you all to make your profile stand out. It's a great thing to say that you're a real estate agent. Great. But what is it that you know uniquely about this real estate industry? How many of you have lived in California for, say, more than 5 years? Specifically, living in Orange County, specifically living in that particular city that you live in. This is where I'm going to help you out. In your description, under the About section, say something unique that makes you stand out. So as an example, hi, my name is Anthony. I've been selling real estate for 5 years. I do like working with buyers and sellers, but I'll tell you what, if you really want to live in a great area where you want really good Italian food, then you want to go to Romeo Cucina's here in Laguna Hills for some really great Italian food. The restaurant's open Monday through Sunday, 7 days a week. And if you want really authentic, great Italian, that's the place to go. Now, if you really want good surfing, then the best place to go surfing at is, in my opinion, Dana Point. So out of those two areas, if you want really good Italian food or you're a surfer, I can help you find some unique homes that will be a stone throws away from those two places. Give me a call and hit me up and I'll find you those homes. Right? So what is it about my profile now that stood out to you? Anybody? Probably those of you who are Italian food lovers now know of a name of a restaurant and may want to check out that restaurant just to see if I'm right about that being the best Italian food in my experience, right? Or those of you who are surfers may now want to go down to Dana Point and try out some of the surf at the Dana Point area, right? This is what we need to think about for consumers. If a consumer has those types of interests in food, wine, food, shopping, activities, they are now associating me with certain activities that now will interest them. And of course, hey, they do want to live close by. They don't want to have to drive an hour to 2 hours to, entertain themselves or to enjoy food, right? We can help them out with this. David asked, can the page name be renamed? Yes, you can rename it. Very easy. Again, you're allowed to rename the business page twice. So if this is your first time editing the business page name, under the About section where it says name, click on the Edit button, and now edit the business page. Once you hit continue, it's going to take them about 24 hours to approve the new name change. And then it will say you have one more time to change the business name ever. And then if it's more than 2 times, then it'll say, sorry, we can't, you're not allowed to rename the page. Then you're going to have to go in and delete it and then create a brand new one. That's probably why it's still free to create. Did that help, David? By the way, besides the About section, if you did a intro video, so what I would do, take out your phone, and I want to put myself on camera here so I can show you. Whip out your phone, do a selfie video of yourself, right? Maybe you link in your headset to your phone, or maybe you have the AirPods, depending on the phone you're using, and record yourself for 30 seconds introducing who you are. Hi, this is Anthony with Jack and Jill Real Estate. It's great to meet you all. Like my business page, I have my business views, the hottest trends that are happening in the market. And if you're a person that likes great surf, go to Dana Point. Or if you are interested in buying or selling properties in Dana Point because, hey, you're tired of surfing or you want to surf, I'm the person for you, right? Put something like that on your business page. Because again, if people like watching videos, why not talk a little bit about who you are? Okay. Or maybe you've contacted your videographer or photographer who likes to do video, and they help you actually make an intro video for you. Okay. So you could do it yourself, or you can get somebody else to help you do it for you. Okay. I highly recommend it. Okay. So with the About section filled in, now we're going to come over to the top right, click on Settings. We're almost done. From here, we've got certain settings that we want to modify on our business page. Before we choose our visibility from unpublished to published, we got to make sure some things are set first. Okay. First and foremost, we want to, and let me find it here, age restriction. Under the age restriction setting, do we want people over the age of 18 only able to see our business page, or do we want everybody in the world to see our business page, depending on your content? You might want to age restrict it. Let's see here, profanity meter, you want to set that. Last thing you want is somebody to comment on your post, and if they disagree with you, say some really nasty things. Unfortunately, there are what they call trollers out there in the internet world who their only goal in life is to pick fights with people, and they will say some of the most outrageous things on people's posts. So what I would do is I would set your business page profanity meter to strong, meaning that it will not display or allow someone to write curse words on your posts or on their posts on your page, not even you. So you can now not only age restrict people, but you can now, limit their language, okay, what they can and can't say. Okay. The other thing that you want to modify here is the translate. You want to leave it at automatically translate your business page. So what does this do? Say I have because your business page goes out worldwide across the world in most countries. Say somebody in France has a Facebook account. Well, are they going to be in English or French? They're probably going to have their computer displayed in French. So what this choice here does, if I select this box, if they pull up my business page, everything on my page will be automatically translated into French or Spanish or Japanese or Hebrew or Arabic or whatever that person has their computer settings set at. So you want to allow your business page to be automatically translated for them to read. Okay. Now, this doesn't mean that your videos are automatically translated in those languages, but your typing of your posts will be for most of it. Pictures and captions on pictures will not be translated, but the actual physical writing of a post will. Let's see here. The next is remove. So maybe after you publish the page, you decide, I want to retire out of the real estate business. Now you can come into your Facebook business page, go to your settings, come down below and hit remove page, and it gets rid of it altogether. So that's how you want to delete it. Okay. Once you've done your basic settings, oh, by the way, before we even publish, anybody here an Instagrammer or have Instagram? And again, you can raise your hand if you do. One or two of you, good. So what we can do also, over here towards the left, if we scroll down, there's an Instagram button. Funny enough, Facebook owns Instagram. They bought it a few years ago, which is why a lot of features go back and forth between Instagram and Facebook. Well, what we can now do if we click on Instagram is we can now input our Instagram account information here, and now we can connect the two accounts. So not every post can be shared to Instagram because Instagram is mostly photo and video oriented. But at least here, if I do post a picture or something like that, or I post a video, I could immediately share it to my Instagram page. So now I'm posting at two different platforms, okay? And hitting two different audiences, okay? Let's see here, back under the general settings at this point. Now, if I'm ready to publish, come under page visibility, hit edit, and now I can change my business page from unpublished to published. The moment I do this, it will now say your page has now been activated. You are now ready to request likes. Now, this is where we're going to go back real quick. So after we set all this stuff up, we now need to get people to like our business page. Okay. Now, what's really nice is you don't have to pay for this. Okay. This is a free thing. But in order to unlock certain features within our Facebook business page, we have to request people to like our business page. So the first set of people that it will always ask me to request a like from are my friends. Okay. So likes are important. So before sending out a like request, make sure that your profile is fully filled in. You got everything set up because you only get one shot at this. So make it count. Okay. So the power of the like. When someone likes your business page and you post to your business page's wall, then not just that person who's liked your page sees the post, but their friends see your post as well. Okay. Oops, we got a quick question here. How many pages can we create? David, you can create as many pages as you want, right? For all of your different businesses. What we don't want to do is create pages for an individual home. That will defeat the purpose. Okay. If we're trying to, if we have a lending and a real estate side of our business life and we want to keep both of those separate, then sure, create two separate business pages, one for the lender side and one for your real estate side. If I just am a real estate agent, then just create one real estate business page for yourself. Okay. Did that help? Excellent. So this is where the power of the like kicks in. So request the likes, or as people begin to like our page, anytime we post, they are sent an automatic notification of our post. Now, their friends are also sent a notification of my post as well. So this is where we need you to think about this. So say you get 500 people to like your business page, and they each have 500 friends. So when I post to my wall on my business page, all 500 of my likes automatically are notified about my post, but all of their 500 friends are notified about my post as well. So I can potentially hit 175,000 people with just one post to my wall. And that's free. We don't have to do anything. We just have to get people to like our page. So anytime you do a video or you put something on your website or anything like that, always tell people to go and like you on your Facebook business page. Tell them how to find you. Look for me under, you know, my business page, or like me on my Facebook business, and include the link in the video. Okay? That way you're just getting people to like you, and then of course as you begin to post things, they are seeing what you're posting. Okay? Now, real quickly, what do we do with these likes? Now let me go back to my business page here and see if I've gotten anybody to like me on my business page. Oops. So here I see that I have a notification. It's probably just a generic Facebook one, but this would be really cool if I actually had somebody like my business page, because I just did this the other day. Here we go. Let's see here. Nope, those are all my friends. But say somebody likes your business page that's not a friend of yours already. You're going to be given a list of all those people that have liked your business page. So under your community, it will say, hey, there have been 11 people that have liked your business page. Invite them to be a friend. So this is how we're going to start to begin to build connections. Okay. We're going to invite those people that have liked my business page to be friends. Now, I understand what you're saying. Well, what happens if I don't know them? Do I really want them to be a friend? Well, how do you get to know them other than to get to know them as a friend? So yes, you do. But this is where we need to make sure that we categorize or put our friends into lists. Because not all friends are family members, not all friends are clients, not all friends are buyers and sellers, right? We want to categorize our friends list. So in a way, what we're doing is we're making our Facebook personal page into a contact management style system. Now, how do we do that? Very easy. So we're leaving our Facebook business page and we're going to jump back into our personal page. Now, by the way, you can only do this if you have created your business page from your personal, because they're now linked. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over to our main account, which is our personal page, and we're going to look at our friends list. Okay. So here we've got 247 of my friends. Everybody is a friend. But not every friend here is a family member. Not every friend is a client. Not every friend is a buyer. Not every friend's a seller, right? Some of my clients are going to be sellers. Some of my clients are going to be buyers. So this is where we're going to assign them to lists. Now, how we assign them to a list is very simple. So we're going to go into the friends list here. We're going to find our friends. And now we're going to hover over top of where it says friend. Okay. When we hover over top of where it says friend, we get a drop-down list here, and we're going to choose add to another list. So we're now putting this person into different categories. So maybe as an example, I'm going to take Darissa here. I'm going to add her to a list. Now, this will now display all my created lists. If I don't have anything here, then come down below and click on create a new list and type in what that new list is. Now, when I click out of it, oops. Come on. I'm going to select client. So now I have put Darissa into my real estate list, my clients list, and now I'm going to add her to another list called buyer. So now I've got a buyer list for her. I've got a client list for her. So now I've categorized my friends. So what you're going to do is you're going to go through your friends list, categorizing them in the necessary lists. Because now, say I post something on my personal page. Well, maybe not every friend needs to see this particular post, right? What I can now do is as I begin to write a post, you can notice here next to news feed, I can now choose out of my friends list who gets to see my specific lists or my specific post. So I can now say, well, choose it from my friends list, or maybe friends accept, and then search for friends by list. So maybe I type in client, and now I go to my clients list, save the change, and now whatever I post will go to the client list. Okay, so we can add that in here. So now what I'm doing with my social media personal page is I'm targeting those specific friends to see certain posts. Also, when I post something to my personal or my business page, here on my business page, I can reshare this post back into my personal page to that targeted list. So this is one of the cool things that you can do, is that I can still do business on my business page, being in compliance with Facebook's user end agreement of doing business on a business page, not on a personal page. I started the business post on my business page, and I can reshare it to my personal to a particular list or lists. Okay. Let's see here. We have Frank asking, do I have to something clients with friends? Do you have to commingle them? Yes and no. So all my friends on my personal page are friends, right? People I want to get to know. But not all my friends are clients, not all my friends are family. So in a way you can commingle them, but you can also keep them separate. And what also is nice is when I'm back to my home screen, I can also say view um, certain groups, right? So if I come here and I explore not pages, but I don't know, my friends lists, and I say show me what my client list is posting, I can now look at all my clients who I've put in my clients list here, what they're posting on my news feed, and I can respond independently to them for their specific needs, right? Just like if I can come over here and look at my buyers list and see what that buyer or buyers in this buyers list are posting. So in a way, I am mingling them, but I'm also separating them. So you're kind of doing both, Frank. Okay. Let's see here. Back to, are there any other questions as we go on? You're welcome, Frank. All right, real quickly here. Let's get back. Develop your content strategy. Okay. So you got things to think about, like dedicating time, operate under some sort of code of conduct, what you will and will not tolerate. Okay. And then track and adjust how well your posts are doing. And then most importantly, stick to it. Okay. It will take some time. You can't expect it to work right, overnight, especially if people aren't used to you using social media. Okay. You can never expect it to be successful right out of the gate. Okay. We all like to want to think that, because a lot of these crazy success stories have said, well, I've done it and it just works right away. It doesn't work like that for everybody. The average user, it at least takes some time. Okay. So dedicate time to do social media, operate under some sort of code of conduct, what you will and will not tolerate from other people. So if somebody likes to pick fights, do you decide, you know what, you don't need to be a friend anymore? Or if they like to always disagree with you, how do you conduct yourself with them? Do you argue with them on the internet because you can, or which now makes everybody else see what you're writing to them? Or do you say, well, that's a great way of thinking about it, but you know what, why don't you and I take this offline and talk about it further? Feel free to give me a call. Right? Or you keep yourself calm, cool, collected, no matter what somebody says. Okay. Which I can tell you, that's a really hard thing to do. because some people can get really super nasty out there. All right. Let's see. When you post, you can use targeted advertising ads, building an ad, which is really great. You can hit those demographics like the age, the location, interests, things like that. You can run maybe $100 ad for 2 weeks, hit over 1,000 people, and get direct leads. Or you can spend maybe just anywhere from $5 to $50 and boost a post, which kind of does the same thing as a targeted ad, except you've just posted to your wall. You're just asking people to, or you're just boosting the post. Now, the big difference between a targeted ad and a boosted post is this, just in case you didn't know, and that is the placement in Facebook. So, real quickly, a boosted post will always show to the right side. So over here to the right, as I'm going down my news feed, over here to the right are not targeted ads. These are boosted posts. So somebody posted to their business page, paid Facebook a nominal fee for it to be in, and because I fall under their demographic, we can now see what their post is. And we can click on it, read it, comment on it, this, that, and the other. But a targeted ad, however, displays in someone's news feed. We probably all see this, right? If we're scrolling down here, let me see if I can find one. There we go. That's an AT&T ad. Oh, there we go. Nope, that's not a targeted ad. There we go. That's a targeted ad. So this company created an ad whereby with the money that they've paid for the demographics, the areas, this, that, and the other, this now appears in my news feed. So the big difference between a targeted ad and a boosted post is placement. Okay. The targeted ad hits my news feed, may hit my news feed a couple of times for maybe the next week or two. From here in the targeted ad, I can either hit the shop now, learn more, whatever, be redirected into their website where they can now grab my information, and now we can build a business relationship. Whereas a boosted post kind of does the same thing, except it sits there next to my news feed for the given time period, maybe a week, 2 weeks, depending on how much you're paying. Okay. So, and it's just redisplaying what you wrote on your wall. Any idea how much a boost costs per post? Really depends on what you're trying to do. If, as an example, I come back into my business page and I come to one of my posts, here's the choice that says boost an ad or boost my post. So it's going to boost this. And now I'm just going to follow their steps. So here we're going to send it to people. I can put in a budget. So for 5 days, it's going to cost me $10 for a week-long boosted post to sit on their news feed or on next to their news feed. And if you'll notice here right away, end by May 12th, which is 5 days from now, I'm only going to spend $10, but I can estimate, or based on not changing anything right at this moment, I can hit between 370 to 1,000 people. And I'll spend $2 per day to run this post. So people can now click on this, watch it, view it, read it, and they're going to be redirected back into my business page to hopefully, knock on wood, like my business page. Whereas a targeted ad, I can redirect them to my, say, website to get their lead information instead. Now that one will cost you anywhere from $50 to $100, depending on what you're trying to do. Okay. You're welcome, David. All right. Real quickly, things to avoid. The profile fail, that's a big one. If you don't fill in your profile, you don't have your pictures, things like that, people are going to think that you are a spammer. You're not a real business. So make sure before you publish your business page, you fill out everything. So that way you've got your business up and running. Lack of consistency or content schedule. So you got to schedule time to post. If you only post once every 6 months, don't ever expect social media marketing to ever be successful. Social media and their algorithms want to see consistent postings, right? Or consistent logins. So for your information to be seen by people. If you only do it once every 6 months, your posts are going to be very rarely ever seen. Okay. Lack of interaction. If somebody comments, comment back, right? Whether you agree with them or disagree with them, right? Instead of just giving a thumbs up or a thumbs down, if somebody asks you a question, answer it. It shows that you're willing to engage with them. Not to mention, as we are talking about here today, if one of you has a question, you should ask it, because guaranteed the rest of you may be thinking the same thing, but you were too afraid to ask. In this case, when it comes to social media, if I post something and somebody says, wow, that's really good to know, can you tell me more? Sure, respond. Sure, I would love to tell you more. Here's the next step. Or here's the next step, but if you need further help, give me a call. Here's my number. This now shows that you're willing to answer their question, but you're willing to help them even further by being reachable. If you never respond to a comment, it just shows lack of interaction. And if you're unobtainable, people don't want to work with people that they can't work with, right? Or can't obtain. And then, of course, the big thing being selfish, it's okay to post other agents' posts. So share them. If you happen to see that an agent is wanting to sell a home and you happen to be friends with them and you want to share their post, do it. It redirects it back to them, but it shows that you're willing to help each other out in your community. Okay. And again, it's not just all about selling and buying property. Talk about other things, right? Show that client interaction. Talk about the communities. Talk about other businesses like restaurants and shops and the dry cleaners and all this other stuff that's available in the communities that you're marketing. It just shows that you are now willing to be able to be the community expert, not just a real estate expert. Okay. All right. We've talked enough about Facebook, but I know a lot of this can be applied to YouTube as well. So real quickly, to create a YouTube channel, very easy. Just go to youtube.com, click where it says sign in, and create a Gmail account. Now, if all of you have a Gmail account, guess what? Because Gmail owns YouTube, you automatically have a YouTube channel. So we've just got to set it up properly, okay? So we're just going to leave the presentation here to show you how easy it is to set up your YouTube channel. So we're going to go back to the web. We're going to open up our web browser. We're going to go to our Google. If you're logged into your Gmail account, you're going to notice yourself in the top right-hand corner right here, your profile picture for your Google account. Now you'll notice, or most of us have never ever looked at this section right here. Yes, I could come up to the top and type in youtube.com. Oops. If I wanted to. youtube.com, right? I could do that if I wanted to, but let's make it easier for ourselves. Instead of clicking on youtube.com here, if you're using Google Chrome and you're logged into your Gmail account, you'll probably notice that next to your profile picture, these 9 little dots just off to the left. These 9 little dots basically is an indicator by Google of free applications and softwares that you have access to as a Google member. If you click on these 9 dots, this will now display all your free Google provided products, one of which will be YouTube. So if we click on those 9 dots, we can now immediately jump into our YouTube. And from here, we're taken to YouTube, where it will display videos or suggested videos that we can watch based on our previous viewings. So now we need to edit our channel. How we're going to edit our channel is very simply coming over towards the top right. We're going to see hopefully our profile picture or our initials for our YouTube channel. Okay. When we click on our initials, or our profile picture. We're now going to get a drop-down list of menu items here, one of which will say your channel. When we click on your channel, this will now take us to our personalized channel that we created at the time that we created a Gmail account. So it will display our Gmail name. Now we've got a couple of things here to modify this channel. Here, come over to the left-hand side and upload that profile picture. At the very top here, click on the background image and upload your background image. Now, in consistency of branding, this is where we're going to put in that Facebook business page cover image, right? Our business card. That way, anybody finding our YouTube channel on Gmail, or I should say on Google, will immediately identify us when they go to our channel with being a real estate agent. Because it's really hard to identify me as a real estate agent from here, right? I don't have my business page name. I don't have the same name here for my Gmail account. When I created the account, I've got it as my name. So how do people know that I'm a real estate agent? This is where your cover image is going to kick in. So when they find us on YouTube or they find us on a Google search and they go to my YouTube channel, this is going to be an immediate identifier of who I am and who I work for, right? Next, we're going to go into the About section. Under the About section, we're going to write in our own description. So the About Us, we can make it the exact same thing that we can for our Facebook business page. So make yourself stand out unique, right? I like recording videos. My videos are going to be very educational, but I am a real estate agent of Orange County, and I love buying and selling homes with agents and clients, helping people get into their dream home. But again, if you really like Italian, this is a great place to go. This is a great city where that restaurant's located in, great surfing, so on and so forth. Make yourself stand out. The next thing that you're going to do after you fill in your About section, your cover image, and your profile image, you got certain things to set up under your YouTube studio for when you upload a video. So now we're going to click on our YouTube studio. From here, we're going to move our mouse towards the left-hand side, and we're going to click on Settings. When we click on Settings, we're going to modify some settings. Starting with the general, we're going to skip over that because we don't care if we're not gaining money right now because we have certain stipulations to make with YouTube in order to get paid monetarily for our videos. But right now, we're not worried about that. But we are worried about our channel setup. Okay, how people find our channel. So first and foremost, under the basic information, you're going to put in keywords or phrases that if people type in a search will reference my channel in either a YouTube or a Google search. Now, some of us are probably familiar with the Google AdWords, right? You pay Google a certain amount of money that when a certain word or phrase is searched, your advertisement, your website, your name is immediately pushed to the top of the list. And that costs or can cost a lot of money. Here in YouTube, however, we're going to be able to find or type in as many keywords as we want so that when people put in a search in Google or do a search in YouTube, my channel will be elevated to the top of the list. So, what are some of the words and key phrases that I want people to find my channel under? Well, words like real estate, training, California, my name, Orange County, LA County, realtor, maybe my nickname, right? Things like that. Put in all the keywords and phrases. Now, one major keyword and phrase that you probably want, and you'll notice here, I've got different spellings of my last name. How many of you here have people that constantly either mispronounce and, most importantly, misspell your name. And you can, again, raise your hand. Probably, if you're like me, a majority of us. Sometimes they switch letters, sometimes they put in the wrong letter, things like that. Well, guess what you're going to do? You're going to put in every misspelling of your last name or your first name, right? Maybe you even type in fun little phrases like tech trainer for real estate, right? Or even better yet, for you as real estate agents, and just hit tab after each one. Or maybe for you as a real estate agent, buyer specialist in, oh, I don't know, Orange County. And then again, tab. So if somebody were to type in that keyword or key phrase, your YouTube channel is going to be elevated to the top of the list. Okay. Now, still under the channel, next to basic, your advanced settings. Some of your advanced settings are this. Do you want every video that you upload to be for kids or not kid-friendly content, or do you want to choose which videos are or are not child-friendly? So 18 or over or 18 or under. Maybe that depends on you. If you're doing community videos, yeah, you don't have to be an adult to do community activities, right? It's great for parents to know what communities or what community activities are available in their city. If you're like me, I get every month in the mail a magazine about what classes are being held at the community center, right? I would love to do videos on that. So at this point, I would select, I want to review this setting for every video I do upload. Now, the other advanced setting, oh, let's see here. Nope, it's not here anymore. Good. The next is your branding. Here you can actually watermark all of your videos that you create and upload to your own YouTube channel. So maybe some of you will work with a graphic designer. So what we can do, if we remove this real quick, I can now watermark my video. So I don't have to use a video editor to actually watermark my own video. What I can now do is that any video I upload to YouTube, I can have it automatically watermarked for all of my videos. How we do that? Very simply, we click on choose an image. Now I'm going to browse my computer for my logo. And by the way, this does not have to be your company's logo. This could be your personal logo, which I would probably recommend because, again, if you happen to leave one company and go with another, then you want your logo to be consistent, okay? So here I'm going to select, say, my logo. Now when I say open, oh, I guess that one didn't take. Let's try this again. Let's go with that one. Now I can say, do I want this logo to appear at the end of the video or in the beginning, or more importantly, be consistently throughout the entire length of that video? Okay, so here I can have this watermark, which will show transparent on the video for all of my videos saved. Okay, another setting is your upload defaults. Okay, so every video you're going to upload, you're going to have a basic title and maybe a basic description, okay, to start. Now here's where we're going to have a little fun. So yes, each video I'm going to upload is going to have its own unique title, but there are certain things that I want said right out of the gate. Like in my case, most of my videos are all about 10-minute learning series, okay? So I want all of my videos to begin with the 10-minute learning series. As I begin to upload other videos, or as I upload little videos, I can add on to this title for that specific property or for that specific video. For you, you may want to put in here As an example, if you're a team, the Bried group presents, or the Bried team presents, and then follow it, that way when I upload a video, my title always begins with the Bried group. The basic description. Every video is going to have its own description. Again, keywords in the description are always going to be found in a Google search, but what are some of the key things that you don't want to have to type over and over and over again? For more information, and showings, right? Call me at 949-555-5555 or email me at tony@ocar.org. Let's see here. Jack and Jill Real Estate, DRE number 0909999, all right? So all of my videos are going to also have all my first point of contact, right? How to contact me, my name, my DRE license number, my company name, this, that, and the other, okay? So we're going to have all of our videos have that basic description, okay, as to start. And we're going to fill in the rest of the description when we upload that particular video. Next to this, under the advanced setting, I guess it doesn't have it here anymore. Oh, tag words. So we've got tag words for our channels to be found, but we can also put in tag words on how our videos can be found. So again, we're going to reference maybe our channel name, the counties, the cities, the types of videos, right? So maybe 10-minute learning series. Things like that we can type in. And by the way, you do have a default count. So you're going to leave yourself some room for those specifics for when you do upload the video, like the property address or something specific regarding the title, things like that. So here we're going to have some default settings for anytime we upload a video to our YouTube channel so that agents will always, or members of the public will always find our videos and see some of our basic information, okay? By the way, the video should also include that as well. So at least talk about your company, maybe at least display in the title of the video your name, your email address, things like that. What's the difference between tag words and keywords? Keywords are meant for finding the keywords to search for you. Tag words are certain things that are tagged about the video that if somebody does a search looking for that specific video or region, that video will also be referenced. They kind of go hand in hand with each other, but one's meant for my channel to try to find my channel. The other one is meant to try to find the video that's in my channel, okay? Does that make sense? Good. Now, by the way, I'm going to cancel that. One other thing that you also want to do or can do, because Google owns YouTube and you have a Gmail account, you know that in our MLS, you can have unbranded and branded videos. Now, everything I'm showing you here is all about your branded video channel, which now limits you on where you can post any video on your listing, right? Well, in YouTube, if we click on our name, or click on our name in the upper right-hand corner in YouTube to go to our setting, and where is it? My channel. Let me see if I can get it here. Let's see here. So if I go on back under my channel, click on my name again, come under settings, there is a choice here to create a brand new channel. So Realtors, you're going to create a secondary channel that's going to be unbranded. Okay. Now, your unbranded channel, you're not going to have a photo of yourself. You're not going to have a background image of yourself. You're not going to let anybody find it. Okay. Because one of the other things here under your basic settings in your channel, sorry. So I'm going to be back in my branded channel here. And under my settings, there is a choice here under our, where is it? Permissions, nope. Upload defaults. Under our channel, I think there's a choice here for us to be found publicly, or is our channel private? Like if it's listed or unlisted. Usually under our upload defaults. So here under the visibility, every video I post on this channel is automatically set to public. When I make an unbranded channel, so here again, we're going to go back under my YouTube channel. I'm now going to create a secondary channel for my unbranded videos that I'm going to create. So for the unbranded video section, I'm going to actually now create a secondary channel that's going to be unbranded. Here, I'm just going to name it unbranded videos for Orange County. Okay. As an example, I can write it. I can hit create. In my settings, I'm going to make every video unlisted. Okay. I'm not going to put in any keywords for people to find the channel. I'm not going to put in any keywords to find the videos. Okay. That way, when I upload a video, I'm going to upload it to both channels. One for my unbranded channel for MLS, one to my branded channel for all of my marketing. Okay. So it's really easy to make an unbranded channel. You just got to set it up generically that it's not referencing you in any of the advertisements. Okay. So you're going to set it up. You're going to make it personal, unlisted, no keywords or phrases to be found, as well as a title or anything like that. It's just going to be a blank video. Okay. So now once we're done setting up our channel, doing those methods, we're now ready to post a video. Okay. So those of you who are really good at videos and make a video, this is how easy it is going to be to upload a video. So I'm going to back out of this a little bit. So to upload a video, we're going to come over here back to our channel. We're going to come over to this either create or this upload button over here towards the right. When we click on upload, we now get a screen where we can now drag or drop or find on our computer that video file. So let me show you how easy it is to drag and drop a video. We're going to find the video on our computer, maybe on our desktop. We're going to drag it on over and let go. Now the video begins to upload. Now we're going to set up our video. So here we notice that we've got a title that's required. You'll notice that the default title that I put in my defaults is here. So now all I need to do is put in the rest of the title. So maybe if this said the Bried group, as an example, now I can put in the title of the video, virtual slideshow tour of 123 Main Street in Irvine, California, 92, blah, 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 right? So there's my title. Now I'm going to come down below. You notice that here's my basic description, right? So now what am I going to do? I'm now going to write in the description of this video. Again, I have it to 5,000 characters. So put in what you need to. Virtual slideshow of 123 Main Street in Irvine, property just listed. Great 3-bed, 2-bath, listed at $950. Yada yada yada, right? Call me for showings or for more information at 949-555-5555 or email me at tony@ocar.org. You kind of get the gist. Put in all this information, okay? Down below, because we said we want our video to be determined if we want children to see it or not, we can now pick yes, is kid friendly, or no, it's not. Down below under more options, remember those tag words or keywords? Here we've got our default that we set up, but now what we are going to do is click in the box and type in 123 Main Street, Irvine, California, slideshow video, hit tab, add that keyword or phrase. Okay, that way, again, when people go in to a Google search and they type in those keywords or phrases, lovely 3-bed, 2-bath at, right? We can just type in all that information, whoops, that we need. Okay, then we're going to hit next. And now under visibility, we can say, put this to the public right now, or make it an unlisted video, or private so no one sees it other than me. Typically, you want everybody in the entire world, 1.9 billion people, to see this video now, or maybe in your video marketing strategy, you know that consistency is key and that you're getting ready to go on vacation. So today you made 4 or 5 videos, but you don't want all 4 or 5 videos to hit on your YouTube channel right now. What we can do is choose a schedule for when this video goes out. So we can pick a date and a time for this video to be released. So we either save it as to the public right now where we publish it, or we can set up a schedule. Whichever choice you now decide, then you're going to hit publish or schedule, which now all of a sudden, this video link is now able to be found by 1.9 million people or billion people worldwide. What I'm now going to do is take this link and either A, copy it and paste it in my branded or unbranded virtual tour section in the MLS. I'm going to put it to my website. I'm going to put it to my marketing. I'm going to put it everywhere in the world for people to view it. That's how easy it is to upload and put a video out on YouTube. Are there any questions on this? Are there no questions? You guys are making it easy on me here. By the way, after we upload a video, we definitely want to track the analytics. The analytics are important because you want to see how well your videos are doing. You want to look at views, where they're being viewed at, how often they're being viewed, things like that. Hey, Tony, I'm confused. What's the point with an unbranded YouTube channel? Michael, it's for MLS. In the MLS, and we'll log into the MLS here real quickly. The point of an unbranded channel is that if you're a person that likes to do your own videos, and I highly recommend that you do your own, sometimes, especially when it comes to your narration. And let me see if I can log in here. Whoops. You know that when you input a listing into the MLS, and we'll just go into that right now. In our MLS system, under the description tab, underneath the property description, you have a section here for your unbranded, and I'm going to highlight this here, an unbranded virtual tour link. So if you make your own video, you either have to put it in the unbranded, or in some cases down below under the syndication remarks, a branded virtual tour. So if I put this to my YouTube channel, which has got my picture, my information, things like that, and I in my videos say, contact me today, call me today, things like that with my number, that's all considered a branded tour. Okay. So that's where that video needs to go, is the branded section in the MLS. Now, if I have an unbranded channel and I make that video very generic, whereby it's just a slideshow of a home, maybe I talk about the bedroom, bathroom, square footage, but I don't tell people to call me for showings or my email or anything like that's in the videos, and the channel itself is unbranded, then I can take that unbranded video from my unbranded virtual unbranded channel and post it here in the web link here. Okay, did that help? So that's why I would have an unbranded channel and a branded channel. Typically, you want a branded channel just because you want everybody to find you and you want to use your marketing. But an unbranded channel is good because you can now create a separate video for the MLS to go into this unbranded section. So you're not talking about yourself, nobody's calling you, anything like that in any advertisement. So you're now following the rules and regulations for MLS. If you put that branded video in this unbranded section, that's a guaranteed $2,500 fine, just so you know. Are there any questions on this? And again, analytics are good because you want to know, are people liking or disliking your videos? You want to see which videos are being viewed the most versus ones that aren't being viewed that much. What's nice about that is if certain videos are getting viewed more than others, then you're probably going to gear yourself to do more videos like those videos versus the ones that aren't getting viewed that much. And of course, always encourage people to subscribe to your channel, because like the likes, if someone subscribes to your channel, anytime you post a video, all those subscribers are immediately notified that you have uploaded a video. So you'll notice here that in YouTube, when I go to my channel or I go to my YouTube itself, that off to the upper right-hand corner, there's a bell icon next to my picture. This bell icon will all of a sudden start having numbers. So that will indicate to me that I've got a notification. So if I subscribe to somebody's channel, like here I've got several subscriptions, this will now tell me when somebody has uploaded a video to their channel, which now will entice me to go and watch their video. So you want people to subscribe to your channel because as you upload videos, your subscribers are immediately notified that you have uploaded a video to your channel, and they will now watch it. So it's a great way of being able to show that consistency. Are there any questions on any of this? No questions? So is everybody ready for a homework assignment? So real quickly, and again, everybody's going to get a copy of these presentation today. But what I want you to do is I want you to, you know, later today, tomorrow, whenever, what are you going to do at this point? Okay? Because really, if you do nothing today or tomorrow, and yet you keep going, oh, I know I need to do social media. The only way you're going to do it is to actually do it. So here is a homework assignment for you. You're going to set up your Facebook business page and you're going to set up your YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Here, you're going to fill in what your business page name is. You're going to put in your YouTube channel name is, and now you're going to see what you've completed in setting up your channels. Did you do your background image? Did you do your about section? Did you set up your business page and publish the page to get your likes? Did you set up your YouTube channel image, the about section, set up your defaults, and of course, did you start to post your videos? This is a nice way of holding yourself accountable for you. And the only person that's going to monitor this is you. Okay? Are there any other questions today? Anything else I can show anybody? Well, if there are no other questions, I want to thank everybody for attending today's webinar. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to email me at tony@ocar or ocrealtors.org, or feel free to give me a call at 949-586-6800. My extension is 104. With that said, I want to thank everybody for attending today's webinar. If you're here for this afternoon, I look forward to seeing you this afternoon. So we're going to go over the schedule and the game plan of how to be consistent in your posting and what types of things to post. Oh, let's see here. We just got another question. I'm going to have to rewatch this because I got behind and I didn't have the same settings I showed. Okay, not a problem. We can go over that. Audley or Miss Romans, be more than happy to go over that with you if you want. You're welcome, David. I hope you have a great day. Thank you very much. I like to be thorough. Hopefully I didn't overwhelm anybody today. Everybody, again, will get a copy of today's webinar so that you can use this for review, try out things like that, okay? Other than that, I hope everybody has a great and wonderful day. If I see you this afternoon, awesome. I look forward to seeing you all. Other than that, have fun today and be safe, all right? Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, not a problem, Lizanne. Definitely, if you want to rewatch it, I'd love to get your opinion on it. Yeah, we did go over a ton of information today. So hopefully at least we got you going on some of the baby steps. I would say pick one of the two platforms, what you're going to be comfortable with, and try it out before jumping over to the other one. So if Facebook's your thing, do set up your Facebook business page before doing YouTube. That's why I kind of had them both separated out. Okay. All right. Well, thank you all very much. And again, have a great night or have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.